Hello, this is Rajesh and welcome to Softeath Learn. In this lecture, we will talk about the Java program anatomy. So, we will see how does a simple Java program looks like. We will discuss about classes and objects briefly. Also talk about methods, naming conventions, Java program structures and packages. So, let's start. First of all, we will discuss about what is a class. By definition, a class is a blueprint to create objects. Now there is a question, what is an object? Also by definition, an object is an instance of a class. These are technical definition. Let me give you an example to make everything clear. Suppose we have a factory and this factory produces cars. So in order to able to produce a car, we should have some characteristics or properties for each car. So this factory contain properties or characteristics of the cars, for example colors of the car, model and other information. So in this case factory is the class and each car will be the object. So the class is the blueprint to create objects. It has property for each object and we can create objects from this class. Moreover, each object is an instance of class because we are creating each object by using the class. Now let's talk about class structure. So how we can create a class inside the Java? It looks like this. We use the class keyword and then we will put a space. After that we will type a class name. This name over here can be anything. We can give any name to our class. After that we put the braces and we close it. And inside these braces we will write the code of the class. So this over here is called code block because it is a piece of code surrounded by braces. Here we are going to write Java code. Just for explanation, I wrote code block. As I said, this over here is a keyword, so it is related to the syntax of Java. Actually, all we see over here is related to the syntax. Let me explain. Java knows that whenever we write class keyword, we will leave a space and then we will type the name of class. And after that, we will put the braces and write our code. So this structure defines how we create a class in Java. In other words, this is the grammar how we can create a Java class. Now let's have a look at methods. Of course, we will briefly talk about methods later, but now I just want to give you an idea. A method is a group of instructions to do a specific task. So let me give you some examples. We can write a method to add two numbers. So we have to write some codes and this code adds two numbers together. So this method has a specific task which is to add two numbers. Another example. We can write a group of code to say hi to the person that uses our program. So this group of code will be the method has specific task which is to say hi to the user. Another example, we can write a method to get user's name. So we can ask user for his name, then he will give to us. So this method has a specific task which is to get user's name. Everything will be clear in future when we try the examples. Now in Java, we have a special method called main. We will talk about it in little bit. Now let's see the method structure in Java. Like how do we create a method in Java and what is the syntax and how it looks like. First of all, each method consists of 4 main parts. Let me show you. At first, we have the return type. Then we will put a space and then the name of the method. Then we put some parameters between the parentheses like this. Parameter are some data that are given to the method and method use it inside the code block. For example, suppose that we want to write a method to print the user's name. So the parameter in this case will be the user's name because it is the data that we want to give the method. And inside the braces of method, we will write some Java code to print the username. Here code block is the body of the method and this is inside the braces as you can see. Now note that every method is written inside a class, so we cannot create a method without creating class. So we can say a class is a container of methods. Now we will see how to call a method. It is basically using the methods. For example, if we want to use the method to print user's name, first we have to call it. Now we will see how. We will put the method name followed by parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis we will give the parameters that it needs, and after that we will put a semicolon. Because calling a method is a statement in Java, each statement ends with a semicolon. For example, suppose the method that prints the username is called print. So we will write print, and inside the parenthesis we will write the name of user. After that, the code block of this method will be executed with the body of the code. So in this case, the name we gave as parameter will be printed. Of course, later on we will going to learn how to print things using Java, but now I am just giving you an idea. Now note that main method is automatically called when we run our Java program. So main method is a very important method that should exist in every Java program. And whenever we run the Java program, this method is called or used automatically. So the main method is the first method that is called, and it is the starting point of execution of our Java program. And we cannot have a Java program without a main method. So you might have an idea, whenever we want to create a Java program, we should write code inside the main method, because it is the first method that will be called. So all the code we write inside the main method will be executed whenever we run our Java program. Now let's see what is an access modifier. Access modifier are keywords that specify how to access classes and methods, and we will briefly discuss it later on OOPS or object oriented programming. So we have 4 access modifiers that are public, private, protected and default access modifiers. I just want to give you an idea, as these keywords are used in a simple Java program. As I said, these will be explained later on OOPS. So for now, get an idea that we have 4 keywords as public, private, protected and default, which are called access modifiers. Now let's see some naming conventions. The naming conventions are general in programming, not only in Java. Actually, it specifies how to write names in programming. First of all, we have the Pascal case convention. So suppose we are typing a word in Java. Let the word is this is a name. So using the Pascal case convention, the first letter of each word will be the capital. So this will be capitalized T and is will be capitalized I. Then we have a name. So A is a capital A and N will be capital N. So the first letter of each word is a capital letter. This convention used with classes in Java. So we will name our classes in Pascal case convention. Also we have camel case convention. It looks like this. First letter of first word is a small letter, and after that we will capitalize first letter of each word. Actually, it is similar to Pascal case convention. The only difference is that the first letter of first word should be small letter, not a capital letter. Camel case convention used to naming variables and methods in Java. We will talk about variables, but what I wanted to you to know, we name method according to the camel case convention in Java. Finally, we have the snake case convention, and it looks like this. Basically, we put an underscore between each word. Of course, we have other case convention, but I wanted to show you this important case convention. So now we have all the information to see what does the simple Java program looks like. So what is the structure of Java program? First of all, we have a class. So each Java program will contain at least one class. Now look at this. We have this access modifier which is public, and after that we are creating a class called Softeath and we are opening the braces of class. So the code of this class will be written between the braces and we can see the name of class written in Pascal case convention. Now, as I said before, each Java program contains a main method, so we will write the main method inside this class. It looks like this. We have the public keyword, which is an access modifier. Then we have the static keyword, which is a non-access modifier. We will talk about it later in oops. Then we are creating main method. This over here is return type, which is void, and then we put the name, which is main, and then inside the parenthesis we have the parameters. The parameters here are some data that we give to the main method to work. Then after that we open the braces of main method. So the code that will be executed when we run our program will be written inside the braces, which is the body of the main method. So this is a simple Java program. When we create our first program, we will see it looks exactly like this. Note that the class name is named according to the Pascal case convention. That is, the first letter is a capital letter. Now have a look at main method over here. It is named according to the camel case convention. First letter is a small letter. Note that main method should be named as main and it should be all in small letter. We cannot change the name of main method. It must be exactly what I have written here, which will be familiar later on. Congratulations, now you know how a Java program looks like. And don't worry, you will understand everything that written over here in the coming videos. For now, I wanted to remind you these points. First of all, each Java program contains at least one class and a method exists inside a class. And main method is the starting point of execution of every Java program. Then Pascal case convention is used with the classes and camel case convention is used with methods. For now, we will talk about packages about Java. A package is a container of classes, as classes are a container of methods. So imagine that this big box is our package. Inside the package, we can have multiple classes. And as we know, inside each class, we can create multiple methods. It is a lot of information we collected in this lecture, and this is very important to know before we move to programming. So this is it. Thanks for watching. See you in our next videos. Thank you.